It's 5 minutes to 5. Our regular feature, Your House, Your Home on 702 is brought to you by Saint-Gobain. Thinking of renovating your home for the festive season? Saint-Gobain Africa is your one-stop shop for all the building materials you'll need. Well, we cover all sorts of different things on the show, but today we're going to be focusing on the actual construction or renovation of your house. And for this, we're joined now by Asaad Manjoo, who is product manager for plasterboard at Gyprock, South Africa. Asaad, welcome. It's good to have you with us in the studio.
Thank you, John. Pleasure to be here.
So, when people talk about homes, they talk. We often use the word solid, and for that reason, there's not necessarily been an appreciation of the value of lightweight building materials. If you say drywall, people maybe form an idea in their mind that might not be entirely accurate. That's what we're going to chat about. And as a company in the lightweight building materials space, you're dealing with people who want bricks and mortar and a really solid concrete foundation. What are the things that people don't realize about drywall solutions that actually could be based on misconceptions?
Thanks, John. So I think there's a few, and I think just to start off and touch on one in particular, is that when you think drywalling, automatically you think it's weak compared to historical, traditional building methodologies.
Right.
But then if you think about it, common, very public structures such as hospitals, hotels, office parks, office spaces tend to have drywalling in them. And when you think about delve a bit deeper, hospitals, as an example, have there's X-ray protection boards. There's impact resistance boards in the passageway. From a hotel perspective, there's sound performance. So really bringing it back to that perception of it's weak, it's cheap. Looking at that type of infrastructure, one would then conclude that when you identify the right need, you obviously then package a whole host of products and bundle them together to develop the right solution for that client or that type of building, if we're talking the building landscape now.
Has there been a real improvement in material? I mean, if you look at virtually every product on the planet, the move towards lighter, more flexible materials and quicker construction methods and production methods is quite widespread. Have there been good quantum leaps in what's available in the drywalling space?
Yes. When we think of South Africa, I mean, if you had to go now and look for certain types of performance boards or certain plaster boards that you would require, you'd look at it from a performance of very, very niche, like I mentioned on hospitals, X-ray as an example. When you think about bringing it back to someone at home, and think about the recent trend of COVID and offices being built inside someone's home. Generally, you'd want to fireproof that because of some form of confidential documents. You've got those types of boards available. So that quantum leap or shift that you talk about, delving from a traditional board or into now more performance boards, at the same time trying to make it more economical in the form of lightweight and ergonomical, since that's the latest buzzword overseas, speaks volumes to the shift in the industry globally.
And just finally, I mean, you talked about concerns people might have, Asaad. I mean, one would be privacy, one would be security. Is this something that somebody could come with a box cutter, or maybe something a little bit bigger but not much bigger, maybe a box cutter and a hammer as backup? But presumably the leaps forward have addressed both of those.
Tend to. I mean, if you just to cite a study that was done in different parts of the world, the average human being spends about 90% of their time indoors throughout their life. Right. So if you think about it, the safety element of the criteria is required in buildings, regardless of the legislations, etc., but what drives those standards across industries. So based on that, when you start talking about drywalling and interior walls, there's a whole host of different performance standards that are required, that then from there benchmark testing is done in order to ensure that perception of weak, or someone, as an example, punching through it, or the wall just collapsing, that those products, before even getting to market, go through that type of arduous testing to ensure safety. to ensure whatever type of performance that's required based again on the type of need that one may have in a structure.
And privacy, of course, higher up on people's lists. Asaad Manjoo is product manager for plasterboard at Gyprock, South Africa. Thanks for joining us on 702 Drive.
Thank you very much, John. It's been a pleasure.
Say goodbye to uneven walls and hello to sleek perfection. Choose Gyprock's range of Rhino-Lite plasters for the smoothest finishes imaginable. Visit gyprock.co.za and elevate the walls in your home with their range of lightweight gypsum plasters. Available at major building and hardware retailers. Gyprock SA is a division of Saint-Gobain Africa.